Hi, all. Welcome back to Life Notes with Priyanka. Today, I just want to talk about money, financial pressure, and how difficult it feels sometimes to build stable life in this generation, right? Because I feel like many of us are silently carrying this pressure, but nobody talks about it openly, especially online, on social media, everywhere you see. On social media, everybody looks like they are traveling every month, buying homes, upgrading cars, eating outside constantly, buying expensive gadgets, luxury skincare, luxury clothes, fitness, uh, fitness events. And sometimes you start questioning yourself like, am I behind in life? What I'm doing wrong? Why I'm not able to do all those things? But then I realized not everybody starts from the same place. Some people already have an ancestral property, some people have parents who can support them financially, some inherit lands, homes, businesses, connections, safety. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. But what becomes unhealthy is when society compares everybody equally without actually understanding their start points. For some people, one salary is enough because they already have a home. For others, half the salary itself disappears in the rent and then groceries and household expenses. Some people can take risks because they have the backup, and others cannot simply afford taking wrong direction or wrong decision. And I think our generation is trying to build wealth during one of the most unstable times, right? Like with war, inflation, layoffs, AI creating uncertainty about jobs, constant fear about the future and FOMO. Yet the pressure to look successful has become bigger than ever. Sometimes I genuinely feel modern companies survive by making people emotionally dissatisfied, right? Because peaceful people don't overspend. If you feel content, you won't constantly buy things. But every app, every ad, every influencer is convincing us you deserve more, travel now, buy now, upgrade now, pay later. Like credit cards, EMIs, instant loans, travel loans. E- Even the honeymoons are marketed like some competition. And slowly, people started taking financial decisions based on these ads and influencers. Not actually practical, but based on their emotions, they are taking decisions. Even for our honeymoon, we waited for almost for 3 years, not because we didn't want it to go, but because we didn't want it to go through this unnecessary financial pressure, right? And then we were just starting, and then we didn't had enough savings. And honestly, I don't regret. So we planned that we shouldn't take loan just to travel. So because when you come back from that trip, even though you had a great trip, but you have that uh, in the back of your mind, the fear that you have to pay this loan, you have to manage somehow. So we didn't wanted to go through that. We wanted to have a peaceful trip, so we saved for 3 years, and then we took the international trip. So, like, I never wanted memories attached with the debt and anxiety. I overthink a lot. Sometimes society makes simple living look like a failure. Oh, you didn't travel to that country, you didn't buy that car, you don't own house, you don't have jewelry. But I think peaceful sleep is luxury too, and then financial stability is also an luxury, which will give us freedom to have a make choices in our life. Having less pressure is in your mind is also a luxury. So that's one reason I slowly became more minimalist. Minimalism for me is not aesthetic white furniture and expensive organizers, right? It's mental peace. It's like reducing unnecessary pressure and learning the difference between need and impulse. Because I realized every extra thing I buy is gonna take my mental space. It's about maintenance, comparison, pressure, and upgrades. And honestly, most happiness from buying things disappears very quickly, very short time. But financial stress stays for years. I did that mistake when I joined my first job. I started using credit cards, and then I started purchasing phones for me, for my family, and then I know how much time it took to uh, pay the credit card loan, right? I had to every month I was just paying minimum balance, but I wasn't aware that I am paying extra. The interest was too much just to pay minimum. It will take years to pay the debt. So what I did, I had to take a loan, and then so I think that was a lesson learned for me, because it was very stressful for a few months to pay off the loan. But I think that was the best decision of my life. My credit score improved, and then I started having a better habits after that incident. So yeah, I think these incidents and then these experience shape you, and then it will help you to take a better decision financially. You will be thinking logically than emotionally. And one popular opinion I have is sometimes even budget trips don't solve the actual problem, right? Because many people are not actually tired due to lack of travel, but they are mentally exhausted. That constant fear of calculating and then not able to. You will have some idea in your mind that this much only I'm going to spend, but when you go there, because of inflation or because of too much demand, the prices might be increased, and then you have to adjust, and then you have to pay more, and then you start calculating how much I need to pay more, or have to borrow fund money from someone. And then if you don't get the money on time, then you will be stressed. And then now travel itself is content, right, on social media. Like, people are unable to even enjoy moments. It's everything is for reels. Everything becomes photos, reels, and stories, and proof that I have traveled. I have The countries are added to their list, that I have traveled to these countries. Even vacations are becoming like, performance and show off. So what I am feeling is sometimes staying at home peacefully without this financial stress of loan mm, makes me feel better, and then content, and then peaceful with my life, rather than traveling to some country and then having that vacation. And also, I think real wealth takes time, especially when you are first generation builder. As I told earlier, that I came from a poor family, and then my parents had very less, and then it's okay. I mean, what I feel is the education they gave. So I want to build wealth for our future, and for that I think you have to do a lot of sacrifice. Sometimes others won't be able to understand you when you say that you don't have money. They think that why I'm saying like I'm conscious or something, but it's not about that. I am very calculative about spending money, because I know I have the calculation, and then I have the budget planning to secure our future, to have that freedom uh, of uh, uh, of making choices. And then when we lose job, or when we get retired, so to just have a comfortable life. And also, I think our generation needs a normalized slower growth, not fake luxury. No burnout, not constant comparison, I guess, because social media shows results, not loans, not anxiety, and not sleepless nights. It's just a part of their day, or their life, not actually. No one is recording 24/7, right? We actually don't know what's happening. So yeah, these days my goal is becoming very simple, and not to look rich, not to impress uh, anyone, but to build a peaceful life for ourselves. A life where I'm not constantly scared, and then life where money becomes support, not actually a stress. And honestly, I think simplicity is becoming rare now. That itself makes it valuable. Uh, Thank you for listening. Life Notes with Priyanka, and I'll see you in the next episode.